All right, welcome to another episode. You already know we're grinding by any means necessary. Come on, March, let's do it. Today we're watching FBI's Most Wanted Criminal meets Karma. So I don't know anything about this video. I'm kind of just jumping in blind. I saw this on my For You page, and I was like, okay, seems kind of interesting. So let's see what we got.
On January 25th, 2025,
this is
in
recent.
Lady Lake, Florida,
Damn.
an officer conducted a
Literally like
routine
a
traffic
month
stop for a
ago.
possible fake license plate, but had no idea the driver was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list.
Sorry for taking. I didn't know if I was supposed to pull over back there or not.
You're good.
Okay, I wonder how they like figure it out. Is this car registered to him? If you're registered as if you're in the FBI's Most Wanted, you're just rocking around in a truck registered in your name. Crazy work.
Hands up.
This unsuspecting
Nope, hands
man
up.
happens to be one of the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives, Donald Eugene Fields II. On December 7th, 2023, he was federally indicted in
shit.
St. Louis on one count of child trafficking. The
Damn.
indictment accuses Fields of knowingly attempting to recruit,
yeah.
entice,
Lock this dude
provide,
up.
patronize,
Let's
and
get him.
solicit a minor into engaging in a commercial sex act for over 4 years. Fields is
4
also
years?
facing a multitude of sickening
Damn.
charges in Franklin County Circuit Court in Missouri.
we
Court
can
records
lock
show
bro
that a
up.
warrant
This is
for his
crazy.
arrest was issued by that court after Fields vacated his home and failed to show up for a hearing on March 3rd, 2022, after he fled his home and disappeared into the wind. There's much more to this story that the general public isn't aware of. But first, body cam footage shows how Fields handles this traffic stop.
Hands up. Thank you. Driver's license, registration, insurance.
Okay.
Thank you. You got any weapons in the vehicle?
I don't think so.
Okay. So
What do you mean
whose
you
truck
don't
is this?
think so?
I'm an employee.
Okay.
Okay. So
Come
this
on.
tag does not come back to this vehicle. This tag's not assigned to any vehicle.
Well, I don't know that. If you look, I'm a construction guy.
But as the driver of the vehicle, you're responsible for it. You have to make sure that it's legal,
I don't know
which
all
is why
that.
I'm going to ask you for your insurance, your registration
She did
as
it all. She
well.
did
And
it.
she's okay. Great.
I work right, not trying to turn fast toward you. Right here at Lady Lakes, we're putting the pot bellies on. You give me 1 second, please. I don't know where the information on the truck is. I don't know that stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, good thing you got her with you, huh?
That was weird. That was okay. Yeah, I don't know, bro. With this dude's charges, I'm not convinced this lady's not like some fucking victim or something.
Is that your license?
Outdated ones. She's gonna find it real quick. Give me a second. I got
Okay.
it.
Do you have a Florida license?
No.
No. Where do you live?
While it's unclear how truthful Fields is being about the truck and his employment, he is telling the truth about being from Missouri. When Fields was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list back in May of 2023, the FBI stated that the alleged trafficking crimes took place in Missouri. They
5 years of trafficking? Wait. So he's wanted for allegedly sex trafficking one child in Missouri between 2013 and 2017. Okay. That's wild. I wonder how they got this like time frame and like they can only confirm one child in Missouri between these 5 years. Weird. Okay. I hope they tell us more about this.
They also said he was last known to reside in Missouri, with family there and in Kentucky, and that he had traveled to Florida in the past. Considering this traffic stop took place in Florida, it's possible that once Fields learned of his addition to the 10 most wanted fugitives list, he fled to Florida as it was a location he was familiar with.
My eyes ain't good. Just give it a second here.
All right, so you don't have registration, you don't have insurance, and all you have is an out-of-date driver's license?
I got
Oh,
to
yeah,
my
you're
driver's license
cooked,
up to
bro.
date.
Okay,
This is my
but
old
that's
truck.
the one that you have
Yeah.
is an out-of-date.
I mean, we could call the old owner of the truck.
And the tag that's attached to this truck does not belong on this truck. And I'm going to go check the sticker as soon as I get another officer here because it doesn't look right to me.
I'm
Okay.
the driver.
She's on your ass, bro.
Okay,
Can I get in trouble for that?
absolutely.
Like what kind of trouble?
As you're the driver of the vehicle, you're responsible for it. It should be in legal status as you're driving it down the road. So if the tag attached isn't assigned and you can't provide me a tag for it, it's going to get towed.
Oh, come on.
I can't let you drive a vehicle on the road. You can't provide me insurance. You have no valid
can get
registration.
that.
The tag that's attached to it is not assigned to this vehicle.
Did
It's a
someone maybe-
non-licensed. It's not a licensed vehicle. You can't drive it on the road.
Maybe someone swap tags. I don't know. You can check it. It should be legal. But nothing else. Can I park it right at our work right here? My work's right there.
We'll talk about that.
Oh, here.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
What do you got in your wallet? Will you check that for me?
What do I got in my wallet?
No, you have your ID in your wallet. Your
That's-
valid ID?
that's-
Yeah, no, that's the only one he has.
I ain't
Okay.
perfect.
All right.
Just for you to look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, hang tight for me. I'll be right back.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to look at that. Yeah, that's what I thought. That sticker. That's what I thought.
It's
That tag's not
fake.
attached.
Ooh. I wonder like how it looks, like how she's able to tell it's fake. I mean, maybe it's like super obvious, but we can't really see, so.
The officer now runs the expired license that Fields provided. It was a Missouri license under the name of Walter Richard Long. A public obituary for the name, Walter Richard Long, shows a male who passed away in a senior home in March of 2021, 1 year before Fields disappeared.
Oh, he got the lock for a fake ID. Okay.
Coincidentally, Long happens to be from Missouri, even though there is no publicly documented.
Oh, like he got some. Okay, he got some connections. There's no way he did that himself, right? I mean, then again, he was in like some massive like ring or operation, so you never know. Maybe he had hella connections.
Connection between Fields and Long. It's possible this could be the exact identity that Fields has been using as cover for the last few years. The female passenger with Fields was later identified as Jennifer Ann Fields, maiden name Jennifer Ann Isgriggs, indicating they're married. After running the expired license, the officer returns to get the vehicle identification number.
Huh, no VIN. Go figure. Open your door.
Right here.
No,
I'm not sure
damn.
We're gonna have to find it on the vehicle. I need a VIN.
Right there.
Okay. Thank you.
There could be, yes. I don't know. There could be. 'Cause I always got a gun, but I don't know if I bought it. What's about the vehicle?
Why would you even? Yeah, you're cooked, bro. Come on. I don't even know why you would say that. Like you already know they're on your ass for this fake, literally everything, and then you're just like, oh, yep. There's probably a gun in here, bro. Like, who knows? Yeah, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked.
That's why I don't want to touch nothing. I'm trying to tell you waggle. I didn't know.
So I asked you that earlier if you had any weapons
I
in the
didn't
vehicle.
know.
You told me
Like-
no, and now you
No.
said I could have a gun. I don't know. I mean,
See, yeah, you're cooked. Why would you even?
Kim, you get back in.
Okay.
You get back in. We're gonna deal with you one at a time.
Okay, you're fine. You're fine. You're
You
fine.
want both of them back there? All right. Walk back here.
I mean, I get why the officer thinks there could be a gun in the vehicle, and then she's pulling him back. I get that, and the other officer probably wants the other lady out because you never know. What if she fucking grabs the gun? You know?
After getting both of them secured, the officers checked them for weapons. None were found on them. Another officer then arrived on scene and used Lady Lake Department issued fingerprint rapid ID to positively identify Fields. The response revealed his true identity, which led to the officers' realization that their suspect is much more valuable than they previously thought.
Can you step over here more? Step over my doors. Yeah. So, this guy's on the FBI most wanted list if this is him.
It's noted in the police report that right after Fields gave his fingerprint, he and Jennifer began acting as if they were saying goodbye to each other. They were then asked to stay separated while the officer...
I don't know. This kind of makes me think that she knew about his other stuff, unless he just kind of like out of nowhere randomly was just like, "This is goodbye," because this reads as if they both were like thinking it's over. They know who you are. I mean, it's possible that he could have lied to her about like it, but I don't know. It seems like they were married. Bro was literally on the most wanted for trying to traffic kids. So like, I don't even know. Yeah, that's crazy. L people, to be honest.
complete their investigation. In the description of Fields that the officers have, it is mentioned that he has a distinctive tribal tattoo. To really confirm that this is indeed the FBI most wanted fugitive that the officers think he is, they attempt to ask him to reveal what's under his shirt.
Mr. Long, one more thing for me. Can you turn around and lift your shirt? Show this officer your back, please. There you go. That's good. Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do?
Come on.
Embarrassing. Did my internet just get fucking nuked? Bruh, in the middle of recording, my fucking internet got nuked. Oh my god. Okay, we're back. Had a little shake up with the internet, but we're good. Let's turn it back a little bit though, so I
There
can
you
see.
go. That's good.
Okay, yeah, they're looking for his tattoo. Okay,
Nope.
let's try
Oh, that's all right. What do you want me to do?
Come on.
Slide the arm out. Slide this arm out. There you go.
And then put your arms behind your back.
What?
Well, you're cooked, brother. That's why. I think that's it. Yeah.
Put your hands behind your back.
All right. All right. Ah.
What a large.
Stop.
I'm moving. I'm not pulling nowhere.
Back the f up.
Stay back.
You
Stay
don't
back.
fucking cuss at me!
Stay back. Stay back.
I have had back
Cuffs on you.
surgery! I have had back surgery!
Good for you. Stop yelling. Unless you want to go to jail too. I'm sure Missouri would love you for your warrant. Are you going to calm down or do you want handcuffs?
Take her in too.
You're calm? Good. Do you have someone you can call to come pick you up?
I don't know, man. This dude was like.
Fields was
sex
placed in the
trafficking
rear of a
kids,
squad
so-
car and taken to the Lake County Jail without further incident. As Jennifer was being released from the scene,
Get her too.
she asked to retrieve her personal belongings from the vehicle. She then indicated there was a gun located in the vehicle under the center console. Officers then located a Taurus Millennium G2 pistol inside a holster with a magazine inside it and an extra magazine attached to the holster. It was loaded but had no round in the chamber. The gun was within reach of Fields while he was operating the vehicle, meaning it was also in reach throughout the entire traffic stop while he was inside the vehicle. Fields wasn't alone in his trafficking crimes. One of his associates was Theodore, aka Ted, John Sartori Sr. Ted provided cash, a car, a motorcycle, Christmas presents, and vacations to Fields from 2013 to 2016 in exchange for Fields giving him access to a young female victim who was only 14.
Whoa, yeah, lock everybody up involved in this. The wife, the dude, and this fucking loser Ted, 64. Messing with 14-year-olds, bro? Yeah, cooked.
Years old when their exchange began. Ted was arrested all the way back in 2022 and was sentenced in November 2024 to 10 years in prison after pleading guilty to a felony charge of travel with intent to engage in illicit sexual conduct. As part of his plea, Ted agreed to pay more than $25,000 in restitution to his victim.
That's it? Bro. Hold on. That's crazy. Lifelong trauma and hopelessness in relationships. Just give her 25 grand. She'll be good. What the fuck?
The victim said in court that Sartori's crime has caused lifelong trauma, hopeless relationships, flashbacks, PTSD, and low self-esteem. Fields has yet to be sentenced. However, he is facing a multitude of charges that will likely result in a similar or even longer sentence than Ted.
Okay, you guys don't think it's crazy how he can have all of these charges and only get 10 years? Likely similar or longer to 10 years. Like, witness tampering, child, come on. Come on, guys. That's insane. Oh my.
Based on the listed charges, here are the typical federal sentencing guidelines.
Yeah, how about we just give bro quadruple life? How about that?
15 years to life for child trafficking, a maximum of 15 years for statutory rape, likely 10 to 15 years for statutory sodomy, 10 years to life for child molestation, and up to 20 years or the life or death
let's just
penalty
give
for
bro
witness
quadruple
tampering.
life. Likely though,
If
what?
convicted,
You guys think he's gonna get
and up to 20 years.
10 years from each charge? That's 40 years. I just think it's interesting how witness tampering is the highest, like, oh, it says up to 20 years. But still, so if it involves threat and violence, it's up to 20 years, but child is only 10 years to life. I feel like that should start at like 20 years to life. I don't know. I feel like these should probably all like start at 20 years and then progress. Cause like that just seems so low.
Or the life
know,
or
maybe I'm
death
crazy.
penalty for witness tampering. If convicted on all counts, sentencing would likely be severe, possibly 30 years to life in prison, depending on fact.
The minimum for all might be 30
Factors
years.
like plea deals, concurrent versus consecutive sentencing, and judicial discretion. Given the severity of the crimes, a life sentence would not be unusual. At 60 years old, a 30-year or life sentence would almost certainly mean he spends the rest of his life in prison. At the time of his arrest, the 9 other suspects on the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list were wanted for crimes including drug trafficking, sex trafficking, explicit content involving children, murder, large-scale fraud, dangerous firearm possession, stalking, and more. The FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list was established in March of 1950. Fields was the 531st fugitive added to the list.
Oh, it like progressively... Wait, can you ever get removed from the list? Or is this just like every person that gets added is just like a new addition? Like hypothetically, if this another dude got arrested, it was Fields the third, would he be the 531st too if someone else got like, you know what I mean? Like since this guy got arrested, is the 531st slot available? Or is it like the next dude will be 532? Have there only ever been 531 fugitives added to the list in like, what is this, 70 years? 75 years?
Of the total, 495 fugitives have now been apprehended or located, 163 of them as a result of citizen cooperation. And as with all suspects, Fields is presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Right.
Now, of course, police are used
Okay. This is just
to
like...
pulling people over, and on many occasions,
More
occupants
yap.
of the vehicle are wanted. But when the person or persons are wanted by the FBI, it's a rare occurrence. And as an officer, I probably ran thousands of people. When they come back wanted, it's a mix of adrenaline and caution, because no one knows how the situation will turn out. So today, we're back in Lady Lake, Florida for a traffic stop. And you guys should know by now that with traffic stops, you never know what to expect.
I
So
mean,
imagine
yeah.
that you're the officer investigating this traffic stop, and during your investigation, you find out that this guy is possibly wanted for some pretty disturbing things. And even though you're a police officer, you're still human. So as a cop, what do? You stay professional and you do your job. Now the officer approaches as she lets him know that the tag isn't coming back to the vehicle. And to me, his and even though you're a police investigation, you find out that this guy is possibly wanted for some pretty disturbing things. And even though you're a police officer, you're
Is he talking about this before she finds
still
out?
human. So as a cop, what do? You stay professional and you do your job. Now the officer approaches as she lets him know that the tag isn't coming back to the vehicle. And to me, his behavior seems shady from the start, because most people have the proper tag on their vehicle that they're driving. But this man claims ignorance while putting on his best confused face for this officer. But that usually never works with police. This officer turned over ignorance while putting on the start.
So his, I mean, I guess, but automatically, okay, we're gonna remove this specific dude from this specific situation, because obviously this guy should specifically be arrested and jailed for a very long time for everything he did. But I want to focus on these specific words that this guy says.
Lets him know that the tag isn't coming back to the vehicle. And to me, his behavior...
He says his behavior seemed shady from the start because he didn't have the proper tags. I mean, I guess that like could raise your suspicions, but automatically assuming this guy is like sus or like bad because he didn't have the proper tags is kind of crazy. You know what I mean? But like this dude specifically, fuck this guy.
It seems shady from the start, because most people have the proper tag on their vehicle that they're
Yeah, because most people have their proper tag. This guy doesn't, so he's shady. I don't know. Weird. I don't know, weird.
driving. But this man claims ignorance while putting on his best confused face for this officer. But that usually never works with police. This officer turned over every stone, and we find out that the driver is using someone else's ID. But the male named on the ID passed away in 2021. And while the initiating officer is getting the VIN number, the driver changes his tune and tells the backup officer that there might be a firearm in the car. And this is why cops cannot afford to be complacent. And thank goodness that these officers were clearly not. After the fingerprints came back and the officer confirms his tattoo,
Yeah,
we
this
then
is when you know he's cooked, when they get your fingerprints and they match your tattoo. But yeah, good video. He's probably just gonna yap a little bit more about this for a little bit more. Shout out to Midway Safety. Shout out to these guys. If you guys like that video, drop a like. Yeah, honestly, comment how many years you think this dude should get, like minimum.